What up, y'all? In today's episode of The Drop, we're going to be talking about new projects from Travis Scott, Trippie Redd, Stefflon Don, Ariana Grande, and way more. Are y'all ready? It's lit.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no.
Yeah, yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Bright here, the R&B kid. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back again with another video. This is another episode of The Drop, like I said. But if this is your first time on my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because on this channel, I talk all things music and entertainment, while always keeping it real, but always trying to find the bright side of everything, okay? And after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell next to it so you get the post notifications. So every time I post a new video, you're gonna see it. Alright, you guys, so welcome to episode 8 of The Drop. For those of you who are new to this series on my channel, The Drop is a series that I do on my channel where I pretty much do a roundup of my opinions on recent music news and any, recent albums and projects and songs that I've dropped that I really want to highlight to you guys. So if I didn't really feel like dedicating a whole video to a song or album or whatever, or doing a whole reaction for a song or album, or talking about a piece of music news, and this is where I do all of it in The Drop. So y'all ready to get into it? Let's do it. Alright, y'all, so before I start talking about any type of music, I really needed to highlight and give time to pay respect and honor to Mrs. Aretha Franklin. I never made a whole video for her when she passed away, but as you all know, Aretha Franklin passed away a few weeks ago, and I was extremely shocked when I heard the news. I know we already heard news about her being ill, in weeks prior, but I was really shocked that she wasn't able to hold on, and I was hoping that she would stay alive, at least for her to be able to see the tribute concert that Clive Davis was trying to prepare for her for this fall. I believe they were aiming for November. My heart really broke that she was never going to be able to see that tribute to her, because I feel like, and Aretha Franklin's death, I think, is another reminder to all of us as to how much we need to really pay respect to our legends and really give them their flowers when they're still here to receive them. I can think of so many legends who are active and who are doing their thing in the 20th century, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s up until now, who are still alive and well, but we kind of have ignored them in the wake of this new generation of artists who are doing their thing right now, which is obviously how the music industry works. But I think it's really sad that, honestly, in my opinion, low-key, the world kind of forgot about artists like Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle and Stevie Wonder, all these artists that really laid the groundwork and foundation for music as we know it now. So I want to give my serious condolences to Aretha Franklin and her family. She literally meant so much to the world. I will admit that I'm not someone who's so versed in a lot of her deep cuts and her back catalog. I know a lot of her hits, and I actually want to do a better job of, as a music, I really want to do a better job of going back into the older hits and the deeper cuts, and really really finding the gems in her catalog. But even though I'm not that versed in her catalog, I just know for a fact that Aretha Franklin meant so much to music, and pretty much I know a lot of people that I love dearly as artists. I know she inspired them greatly. Pretty much anybody who can blow, anybody who can sing, directly or indirectly, they were inspired by Aretha Franklin, because she literally was one of the greatest voices. Her voice is insane. She was one of the greatest voices of all time, and I think that her death is really, it is and will continue to be an extremely sad loss for the music community. So again, rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. Thank you so much for the life you lived. Thank you so much for the beautiful life you lived, the amazing music you gave us, the amazing talent you blessed the world with. You are a light to the music world. You are a light to the genre of R&B and soul, and your talents have been unmatched, probably will be unmatched, and we thank you for what you gave to this world. Rest in peace, Aretha Franklin. We thank you. Alright, so moving on to another piece of entertainment news, I wanted to talk about the Oscars really quickly. And also, for those of you who have not checked it out already, if you're interested, me and my boy Miguel did a review of the 2018 Oscars back in March. It was a really long video, so I know it's long, but if you want to check it out, we were cutting up the whole video. We had a good time talking about the Oscars and our thoughts on the winners and the nominees and all the movies that came out in 2017, all that stuff. So I'm a low-key movie head. I love films, so if you want to go check out that video of me and my boy talking about the Oscars, go check that out. But now moving on to the future Oscar ceremonies, the Academy of Motion Picture and Arts and Sciences have now decided to add a new category to the Oscars in a bid to pretty much get the Oscars to be more mainstream now and to get young people to be interested in them. I've always been interested in them because I love movies, but a lot of my friends are definitely interested in them, and I get that. So I think in a bid to get more people to be interested in the Oscars in the future, they've now added a category called Outstanding Popular Film, which is pretty much going to highlight, I think it's going to be up to 10 categories, 10 nomination slots in the category, highlighting the 10 most, you know, popular films that, you know, outstanding achievement in popular films. And I think this is coming at a really interesting time, because I feel like if the Oscars were going to do this, I feel like they could have done it a long time ago. But, you know, better late than never. I think it is a little bit of a weird category for the Oscars to have, because the Oscars are really a prestigious, you know, like award show, and so I really am interested to see how this will fit into the show and to just fit into the whole vibe of the night. But I also think it's good to have this, because I think it's important for popular films to have some love at the Oscars, even though besides technical categories. Popular movies almost never make it to Best Picture, and they almost never make it to, you know, the acting categories and to the, you know, to the really higher up categories. You know, once in a while popular films do slip in, like the new movies that we all watch, but I think this would be a good thing for the Oscars to really highlight movies that we all saw, popular films like a Black Panther or like an Avengers, like a, you know, like a superhero movie that isn't exactly like a deep, you know, movie that's gonna like be nominated for Best Picture, but one that we should highlight for being a popular film and being one of the best of the year. I think it's good. I don't know if up to 10 slots is a good thing or a bad thing. Only time will tell. That might be a good number, but I really want to know what y'all think about that. Do y'all think the Oscars are, you know, do y'all think it's a good idea for them to have this? Y'all think it's not? Let me know what y'all think. I think it's a good idea. I'm looking forward to seeing Black Panther probably definitely be nominated in this category next year, and also probably winning. I think it'll win, but let's see what happens. But for now, let me know what y'all think about this Oscar category change below. Alright, y'all. Yeah, side note, if I'm sweating, I'm sorry. It's hot as fuck up in this house, and there's no AC up in here. It has been hot as balls this whole summer, y'all. I'm sorry, goddamn. And I was just in Miami, as y'all see. So I've not made a video for a while, y'all, because I was on vacation all last week. I went to Miami and Atlanta, so that's why I didn't make no videos all last week. And then this week I've been trying to prep for grad school starting next week, and just trying to figure out shit for work. So I've been really busy, but I had some time, so I wanted to make a quick video for y'all to do this drop. But now, talking about our first album for this episode, we're going to talk about Travis Scott's ASTROWORLD. I'm sorry I didn't make a whole video for this album, guys, but I felt really weird about ASTROWORLD, so I didn't really feel like making a video was the right decision. I just didn't really feel like making a whole video on this album when it came out, and I was mad busy. But Travis Scott's ASTROWORLD, guys. Okay, I feel like Travis Scott's album to me is one of the most weirdest albums to me all year, because I don't hate it at all, but I also don't really get the hype behind ASTROWORLD. That's how I really feel about it right now. I know y'all probably gonna chew me in the comments for this, and that's fine. But in my opinion, ASTROWORLD is not a bad album. It's an album that I definitely enjoy. I enjoy every track pretty much, besides the only tracks that I didn't like on the album were R.I.P. Screw, and I'm not gonna say I hated 5% Tint, but it didn't really do it for me. The beat almost kind of took me somewhere, but then it was really like mundane afterwards. So 5% Tint and R.I.P. Screw, I don't like those songs, but the rest of the album I do enjoy. And I think if I were to say my favorite tracks, I think I would say the second part of Stargazing. I didn't like the first part of Stargazing, but I like the second part of Stargazing. Sycamore is cool. Y'all love that song. It's cool to me. It ain't bad, but it's like, it ain't crazy. Dope beat though. I love Stop Trying to Be God. That's a cool track, very vibey track. No Bystanders is not the. It's a cool song. It's a cool song. Fuck the club up. I also love Yosemite. I love Can't Say. I love Butterfly Effect, as y'all already know that song. And I also love the last track, Coffee Bean. Those are probably some of my favorite tracks off the album, but I'd love to know what you guys think are your favorite tracks off the album. But you know, in terms of my review of the album, I really just feel like, to me, this was somewhat of a confusing album, because it's probably one of the most beautifully produced albums of the year. The beats and the production on this album are just beautiful. Like, shout out to all the producers on this album. They produced the fuck out this project. Every track was just amazingly produced, besides 5% Tint and R.P. Screw, I guess. But I just feel like with this album, and I didn't really feel this way with previous Travis Scotts. I guess I kind of did, but I just feel like Travis Scott as an artist, to me, if I were to perfectly describe him, I feel like he's someone I enjoy listening to in the background. but if I'm trying to consciously listen to a hip-hop album, I don't go to Travis Scott. And I feel like my problem with Travis Scott is I feel like people are acting like he's an artist that, or he makes albums where you want to consciously go and listen to it, like you want to sit down and vibe to the album. And that's, to me, that's not what he's there for. Like, to me, Travis Scott is a dude you put on at the party when everybody's vibing, everyone's chilling. You're gonna have a great beat on there. You're gonna have some dope ass like vibes. You're gonna have a dope ass melody. You're gonna like you know, and his flow is gonna be dope. You're gonna be vibing, but you're not actually gonna be paying attention to what the fuck he's actually saying. And Travis Scott does get deep at some points in this album, so I'm not gonna act like he's just mumble rapping and talking trash the whole time, because he's not. But I feel like Travis Scott to me is just, especially with this album, and his previous albums too, but especially with this album, like I said, beautifully produced, amazing beats. But I feel like it's more meant to be listened to in the background, and I feel like this album is getting way too much hype, because I feel like it's not an album that 10, 15, 20 years from now I'm gonna tell my kids, yo, if you wanted to hear a dope rap album from 2018, go listen to ASTROWORLD and go listen to what the fuck Travis Scott was saying. I don't really feel that way. I just feel like a lot of these songs, Travis Scott was just like the bars and like the vibe was just like too choppy or like too abstract for its own good sometimes, where it just kind of ended up sounding like kind of all over the place in terms of the content, not production. Production was solid, but his content, it just seemed like Travis Scott couldn't ever like focus on one kind of topic and one concept at one time, and it seemed like every song just kind of jumped to like different. It just, I don't know. This album just seemed like a big jumble of like bars and concepts, and I didn't really get like a cohesive like feel from it as much as I wanted to. But like I said, vibe wise, this is probably one of the best albums of the year in terms of the vibe. Amazing production, you can vibe out to at the party, smoke some, drink something, you'll be lit, you can enjoy it. But if I'm trying to consciously listen to a rap album, ASTROWORLD didn't really do it for me like that. I just feel like it like Travis Scott had a dope flow throughout this album, but there was just too many like incomplete and like random thoughts, and I feel like that's how Travis Scott always is, so I'm not even like mad at him about it. But I feel like this album just got way too hyped, because it's not like Travis Scott really, to me, really did anything like crazy new on this project. He didn't, I don't know, but I definitely love Travis Scott's. I love his aesthetic. I love his vibe. I love what he gives to the rap world. He's just he's different, and he just gives you his own vibe, so you know it's him, which I love. But I just want him to start getting better at like creating more organized projects. That's it for me. But let me know what y'all think down below. Another album that dropped on August 3rd was YG Stay Dangerous. I was really looking forward to this album because I love YG. I think YG is such a, like, and I'm not gonna say like an underrated rapper right now, but I feel like he's just someone who I just feel like people forget about him until he has a hit out, and I don't know why, because I feel like he's so consistent. But I gotta admit, y'all, this Stay Dangerous album I think is YG's weakest album. It definitely has a lot of great songs, but compared to Still Brazy, which I still think is his best album, my Crazy Life was a good album too though. But low-key, I think Still Brazy was YG's best album. And it's funny because he didn't even need DJ Mustard for that album either. And that was one of my favorite hip-hop albums of 2016. I felt like it just really went under the radar. But that was my favorite project from that year. One of my favorite projects from that year. And My Crazy Life is still a classic to this day. But so this, I guess right now, Staying Dangerous is definitely YG's weakest album. This album just seemed like YG didn't put as much effort into it as I thought it was going to. It just seemed like he was kind of going through the motions and didn't really bring anything new to the table that he hasn't already brought already. So not a bad album, but just not his best effort. I'll probably give it like a 3 out of 5. My favorite tracks off the album, I really love the track 10 Times. I really like the track Big Bank. I already put that in my Bright Side Mix Volume 6, so go check that out if you wanna check out that video, because that's pretty much where I just highlighted a bunch of songs I'm really feeling right now that I have on repeat. So Big Bank is one of those songs. I was bumping Big Bank all summer, so go check out that video. I also love the tracks Power featuring Ty Dolla $ign. I love Slave featuring Quavo, and I also like the tracks Pussy Money Fame. That's a dope track. And the last track, Bombtown Finance. Those are my favorite tracks off the album. The tracks I didn't like that much, probably Bulletproof. Handgun wasn't a whack track, but it just seemed really like silly, but I could rock with it though. I didn't like the track Can't Get in Canada. I didn't like 666, and I didn't like Too Brazy. Those are tracks I didn't really like. Yeah, so YG gave us nothing new on this album, just a bunch of blood talk, a bunch of gang talk, a bunch of West Coast talk, and ain't nothing. He didn't give us anything we had from him before. DJ Mustard produced most of the album. I loved all the production. DJ Mustard didn't really give us anything new, but it was a lot of great production on DJ Mustard's part. YG's bars and flow was pretty good, but just nothing crazy, like nothing, you know, out of this world to make him stand up from the pack right now in the very crowded space that is rap. So definitely not a bad album, but not YG's best. It's like I said, 3 out of 5. But let me know what y'all think about the album down below. So Trippie Redd released his debut album called Life's a Trip on August 10th. I love this album, guys. I feel like it's probably, I mean, it did debut at number 4 on the Billboard 200, but I feel like, to me, this has been one of the most like underrated rap albums that came out in the month of August. Everybody was talking about Queen, everybody was talking about ASTROWORLD, but I was like, by this week I was like, damn, like, but no one's been talking about Life's a Trip, and I really like this album. It's not a masterpiece. Like I said, this is Trippie Redd's debut album. Trippie Redd is an artist that I really wasn't ever really planning to get into, and then I think sometime last year I heard Dark Knight demo, and I was like, oh god, this song is a fucking banger. Great workout song, amazing beat. And I was like, yo, this kid's voice is so weird and so like so peculiar and so like scratchy and like sounds weird and like sounds like so like it sounds like an animation character, but his voice, I was like, I really latched onto his voice. Trippie Redd's voice is really special. Like the way he just like screeches and scracks, you know, cries over his songs, like it's so weird, but it's such a vibe, and I feel like his voice is really special, and I feel like it's gonna take him somewhere to really make some special records. This is his debut album, so he still has a lot of room for growth, but I think this album was a great first step for Trippie Redd in his catalog. I think it's a great project. I enjoyed the vibes on this album. The production was amazing. I think my favorite tracks are probably the first track, Together. I love that track. I also love the track Missing My Idols. That was a highlight for me as well. He spit crazy in that track. I think that was a track where he used for his XXL freshman freestyle, which kind of made me mad because I thought his freestyle was actual freestyle, but I think it just came from the song. But it was still a dope rap regardless. I also like the track. The track's bang is cool. How You Feel was a really interesting track. I didn't like it at first, but then when I heard it again, I was like, okay, no, I can actually get into this. It's really like a vibey track where he's just talking about, listen, I wanna use my voice, use my platform to get you to understand how you feel, and I want to know how you feel. So it was a really weird track, but really cool at the same time. I feel like a really cool way for him to connect to his real fans. Dark Knight Demo, I already told you guys I love that song. Dark Knight Demo is a banger. Uka is a cool track as well, and I love the last track, Underwater Fly Zone. That was a vibe way to end the album. I really feel like Trippie Redd is an artist that I just think he's been kind of just been like, he's not really made a big wave like that, but I really feel like he has a lot of potential to really be dope. I love his voice. Like I said, his voice is dope, and I really love what he did with this album. You know, typical rap shit. He didn't give us something that we ain't seen before, but I really enjoyed the vibes on this project, and I really think with more growth, with more diversity and ideas and sounds, and with him not being afraid to take more risks, dude could be crazy. I love Trippie Redd. Let me know what y'all think about this album down below. Let me know your favorite tracks. If I have to give it a rating, I'll probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. August was a big month for like 3.5 out of 5 albums, so I'll probably give it a 3.5 out of 5 as well. But let me know what y'all think down below. Amine just released his new, I guess, album / EP / mixtape. He don't even know what he's calling himself, and I'm not mad at him because that shit is confusing as fuck these days anyways. But he's calling it pretty much all three at the same time. It's called 1.5. He released it on August 15th, I believe. And I really like this project, y'all. I love Amine. I love his vibe. I think he's such like a quirky, to me, him and Kaka remind each other. They're like quirky guys who don't take themselves too seriously, but they can spit a hot 16 for you. They don't play. So I really like this project. It's a follow-up to his debut album Good For You, which came out in the summer of 2017. My favorite tracks off this thing are probably the first track, Dr. Whoever. I love that track. Pretty much just the intro where he's just kind of just like talking about where he's at in his life right now in terms of how he feels about his family, about his relationships, about his life as an artist, all that stuff, about his inner feelings. It was a dope way to just open this whole project. I love that track. I also like the tracks Blackjack is cool. I love the track Shingy. That was a cool track as well. Kentu talking about his hair. That was dope. Yeah, so a lot of cool tracks on this thing. The tracks I didn't really like that much. Hiccup featuring Gunna, I didn't like that track that much. I didn't like the tracks Why, and I guess I didn't like the tracks Ratchet, Saturn Girl as well. I didn't really like those tracks, but all in all, this is a really cool project. I'm looking forward to seeing what can come of this project. I don't know if anything will come of this project because I feel like it's kind of quiet for Amine right now, but I love Amine. I think he's dope. Definitely go check it out. Let me know what's your favorite tracks below, and let me know what you think about the project. If I have to give it a rating, I probably also would give it a I'll probably give it a 3.5 out of 5 as well. Moving on to another project that dropped on August 15th, we now have Sabrina Claudio's new EP, No Rain, No Flowers. So Sabrina Claudio, guys, as a black man, I know I'm in a weird place right now for like talking about her, but I have to be honest, guys. For those of you who are not familiar or not aware, Sabrina Claudio went through a lot of drama earlier this year with, not allegations, with proof that when she was younger she had a Twitter account where she was pretty much bashing. I don't know if it was all black people or just black women in general. She was making fun of black women. She had like these like derogatory nicknames for them and shit like that. I didn't really look into the issue that much because I don't really like to dig into like what celebrities do when they were younger or in their personal life. I don't like to do all that. But I think it's important to talk about this because Sabrina Claudio has pretty much come out to admit that she did do that stuff when she was younger. But I think this is a really interesting thing because, man, when I tell you guys, I think Sabrina Claudio is literally one of the most talented R&B artists out right now. And I think she has, when I think of potential, she has, I think, some of the best potential to be one of the greatest R&B stars of our generation. If you think I'm reaching, let me know. But if you don't believe me, I want you to go listen to her music. Listen to her About Time mixtape that came out last year. Listen to her earlier EPs, Confidently Lost, I think it was called. And this new EP called No Rain, No Flowers. Sabrina Claudio's music is sublime, guys. Like, and I'm not saying that's an excuse for for us to be okay with what she did, but I also I will add that she came out and apologized and said, listen, when I was younger, I was going through a lot of shit in my life and I didn't really know who I was. I was trying to figure out who I was. And in the midst of me going through all this stuff, I was going through my personal life and all my personal strife. I was lashing out on people and just calling people names and doing all this dumb shit that I didn't really mean and that I really regret now. And I could genuinely believe that. We've all done stuff that we like wish we could take back and that we like never wish we did. So I'm not gonna hold that to an artist, especially when it doesn't involve anything like a rape or something like that. Like I'm not gonna hold Sabrina Claudio to what she did, especially if she's apologetic about it. If she's not apologetic, then that's a different situation. But moving on to this new EP, guys, I have to highlight it because y'all know a lot of y'all want to cancel Sabrina Claudio, but when I tell you guys, if you listen to her music, like, Sabrina Claudio cannot be canceled unless she does some foul shit, and I can't do it. This EP was amazing, guys. Some of my favorite tracks on this EP are probably I love the first track, Come Here. Honestly, like, everything is popping. Naked is a dope track. Track 2, I love the track. One of my favorites really is track 3 called Cycle. I love that track. Creation has a dope, boom bap production on it. I love that production on that song. Numb is cool. And I also love the last track, Messages From Her, where she's pretty much kind of talking to her younger self and talking about, kind of coming out of that slump that she was in and kind of coming out of that depression and talking to her older self and realizing that it'll all be okay. So this EP was called No Rain, No Flowers because it's pretty much just, all these songs were just about her realizing that for her to go to the next stage of her life where she's going to continue to grow and improve as an artist and to be a better person, she needs to go through the rain to get to the flowers. So usually, we've seen that concept time and time again, but it was cool for her. This right now is a very dark time in her career because a lot of people still have that bad taste in their mouth from what they've seen from her. But I'm hoping she can kind of come out of this and come on the better side of this, and I'm hoping that you guys will continue to be able to see that she literally is making some of the best R&B music out here. I swear to God, she's making some of the best music out here, low key. So go check out this EP. Let me know what y'all think about it. I'm pretty sure if you check out this album, if you like R&B, you will not regret this project, guys. You will not regret it. Go check it out. And if you also like this project, go check out her earlier projects too. They're all insane. I'm telling you guys, she low-key can be like our generation Sade. Like, not as like majestic, not as like iconic, but like I think she can be like this generation Sade in terms of sound, vibe, approach to music and the whole music industry. Like, yeah. So let me know what y'all think about this project down below. Alright, y'all, so for my pop fans, I'm not gonna talk about Ariana Grande's new album, Sweetener. Guys, this is Sweetener reminds me of ASTROWORLD in terms of it being one of the most interesting pop albums of 2018 so far, because I don't hate it, but I didn't exactly fall in love with it the way I thought I was going to. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Ariana Grande. I love her. From the time she came out with her first album, I was in college, and I meet all my roommates and friends. We all loved her album, and we fell in love with her when she came out with The Way and Baby Out, all those songs. And I've been following her ever since. My least favorite part of her career so far was her My Everything era. Because she just went too pop for me. But for y'all who don't realize, like, Ariana Grande is a pop star, but on some real shit, like, Mama is like an R&B singer. Like, she really is an R&B artist. Like, she's only playing to the pop shit because she's white and she can. And I've talked about the colorism trends and the white privilege trends in the music industry. I've made a whole video about that. I'll probably put the card up here. Go check it out if you haven't already. I really talked about artists like Ariana Grande, who, because she's white, can be labeled as a pop artist. They can do pop music, but really at the end of the day, Ariana Grande knows she loves R&B music, and that's what she really showed on this album. Even though this album I didn't exactly fall in love with the way I thought I was going to as an Ariana Grande fan, I love this album because I think this is the first album and the first time where Ariana Grande really was making music that she, like, genuinely really wanted to make. And I'm not saying the music she made on her previous album she didn't want to make, but this album really felt like this is the album where she low-key just didn't give a fuck. Like, she's like, you know what, I'm gonna make this vibey ass, like, early 2000s Neptunes sounding songs that are just like so off kilter and they don't sound like anything I've done before, but I love this shit, so I'm gonna do it and you're gonna fuck with it. And I love her for that, because I feel like Ariana Grande is not only at a point in her career where she deserves to be able to do that, especially after the Manchester thing. I feel like she deserves the chance to be as artistically free as she wants to, because she's already paid her dues as a pop artist. She's delivered album after album that the label, created for her and, like, pushed out and manufactured for her. So I feel like she's now at the point where she's earned the right to be able to make the album that she wants to make. It might not have been the total, like, pop masterpiece I thought it was going to be, but I still enjoyed it for what it was. I enjoyed it for the risk she took. I will say this. I think it's funny how if you know people who produce her music, Max Martin, like, is her match made in heaven. He's pretty much the guy behind all her biggest hits, as well as, like, Ilya and, like, some other people. And I think all the songs on this album that Max Martin produced are the actual hits on the album. God Is a Woman, Ilya produced that. Every Time, I think that was Max Martin and Ilya. Breathin', which is one of my favorite songs off this album, I think that was Max Martin and Ilya. And No Tears Left to Cry, which is the first single, that was Max Martin too. So to me, those are the only songs that are really, like, hits off of this album, and they're all produced by Max Martin. The album was mostly produced by Pharrell. And I remember when I heard about this album being produced by Pharrell, I was so excited, because I thought Ariana Grande and Pharrell would be, like, it was such a weird but interesting combination, so I was looking forward to seeing what they came up with. I'll admit that I love a lot of the material on this album. I love what they came up with, but I don't exactly feel like Pharrell really created his best material for Ariana Grande. I don't feel like he created his best work. He created good work, but not his best work. A lot of these songs, they really just, like, they're vibey, they go along, but a lot of these songs, they don't really, like, hit you in the face like a lot of her other material has in the past. And I will say this, Dangerous Woman to me is still her best album. That's my favorite pop albums that came out this whole decade. Dangerous Woman has so many songs on it that really should have been hits that weren't even touched, like Be Alright, Greedy, Touch It. Those songs all should have been major hits, and they were just not touched on the Dangerous Woman album. Man, Greedy should have been every fucking where last summer. I swear to God, that song was a motherfucking hit, as was Be Alright. But yeah, Dangerous Woman, so she's coming off of the Dangerous Woman album, which to me was like a pop masterpiece, low-key. And this album, like I said, it doesn't have that factor that I was hoping for, but I do actually appreciate the vibe that she gave us for what it is, Raindrops is a nice little intro showing how her vocal prowess. That was nice. Blaze, I didn't like the song at first. I didn't like it at first, but I like it now. Pharrell did his thing. It's a cool little, that sounds like a standard, like, early 2000s, Pharrell and Neptune's production right there. The Light Is Coming. I know it's a love song that I think is kind of hit or miss with people. I like it. It's a weird song, but I like it. Rem, I think this is another highlight for people. I didn't like the song at first either, but I like Rem now. This is the song that Beyonce did a demo for, I think years ago, that she kind of took in and she did her own thing with it. I like what she did with it. It was kind of boring to me at first, but once you get into it, it really is a vibey song, so I can rock with it. Goddess Woman, I love this song. Probably one of my favorites, probably my top 5, in my top 3 favorite songs off the album. I also put the song in my Bright Side Mix Volume 6, so go check it out. I love this record. I just love that song. It's such a good song, such a vibey beat. Shout out to Ilya. I love that. I love that song. I'm a guy and I love that song. That's how good the song is. Sweetener, this song is really interesting. It's kind of like a mix of like a gospel and like old like doo-wop song, but like a new like trappy song at the same time. Really weird song, but I like it. It took me a while to get into it, but I like it. Successful, this song was a really like basic pop record, but another song that really sounds like a early 2000s, you know, pop record from the Neptunes. But I kind of like it. It's really like, it's a really basic pop record. I'm so successful, but it goes along, but definitely not one of the best songs off the album by a long shot. Every Time, she's definitely another single. Ariana Grande, I feel like she always has those songs on her album where she's talking about, yeah, you know, like I always go back to you, like even though you're not good for me, I'm always with you and all that stuff. She always has a song like that on her album, so that was Every Time. It was cool for what it was. Breathing, Ariana Grande and your team, look at me. Breathing needs to be the next single off of this album. Breathing, make it the next single. Breathing is a fucking vibe, and I've been jamming to that song since it came out. Oh god, it's just keep breathing and breathing and breathing and breathing. Oh, I love that. That's a good song. That's a good song. Shout out to Breathing. No Tears Left to Cry. You already know that song is cool. Borderline featuring Missy Elliott. I like that track. I didn't like it at first, but I like it. Missy Elliott's verse should have been longer. Fuck you, Missy, for getting rid of that short ass verse. But Borderline is a cool song. It definitely brought up the tempo for the album. And I like what Pharrell did with that beat. It was cool. Not in your face, but it was smooth. Better Off. This is also, I think, one of the better like mid-tempo tracks off the album. I didn't like it at first, but I like it now. I love her vocals on the song. I just love how like smooth they are. I love the melody they chose. It's just a really vibey track. Pretty much talk about how she's better off with the dude that she's getting with, but like she's better off without him, but she can't resist him, you know. And then I wasn't in love with this song, Good Night and Go. I wasn't in love with that track. Excuse me. So it was what it was. But it wasn't a terrible track. I wasn't in love with it. And the last track, Get Well Soon, I like this song. It pretty much summed up the whole album. This whole album really was about Ariana Grande kind of speaking to her fans and really like saying, you know what, I want y'all to cheer up and I want y'all to look at the best in life and I really want y'all to make the most of life and look at the bright side of things. And that last track was pretty much a nice way of summing up this whole album. So all in all, Sweetener had great vibes. It was not what I expected at all. This is Ariana Grande at her most R&B, and I appreciated it. I really think she could have. I really think her and Pharrell could, and I also think she should have got some other producers too. But I think what her and Pharrell created was nice, but it could have been leveled up a little bit more. But those songs were cool. The songs with Max Martin and Ilya were jams, and I kind of wish she took more risk and got some other producers that she's not worked with before besides Pharrell too. But I think this is still a good project in her catalog. But I'm looking forward to seeing her kind of giving us a Dangerous Woman Part 2 on the next album. I want that like big pop album on the next album. But for now, this is a good album full of risk, R&B bops, and like vibey mid-tempo joints. And I feel like she needed to kind of get this off of her chest. She needed to get this shit off of her. I feel like this is an album that, even though a lot of her pop fans are gonna be mad at her about it, I feel like this is an album that she needed to do. Like she needed to make it for herself. So I'm not even mad at that. Ariana Grande, do your thing. A Sweetener, good project. I'll probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. But let me know what y'all think about it down below. Okay guys, last album that I want to talk to you about is Stefflon Don's new mixtape called Secure. It came out also on August 17th as well. This mixtape is fire, guys. I've already talked about Stefflon Don before on my channel. For those of you who are not familiar with Stefflon Don, she's an amazing hip-hop / like reggae dancehall R&B. Honestly, Stefflon Don really does everything. She encompasses everything she has. She's a rapper, but she can also sing, and she really everything she does is like honed in on the reggae dancehall sound because she's from the islands, and she also has like a lot of pop flair to her as well, so she can kind of do everything. And I think Stefflon Don is going to be a problem soon because, like I said, she's one of the most versatile I think female urban artist out right now. Like, she can do pop shit, she can do R&B shit, she can do reggae dancehall shit, she can do hip hop shit, she can do everything. So she's gonna be a problem real soon. This Secure mixtape is fire, guys. Starting off with the first track, Little Bitch. That song should have been longer. Stefflon Don, Little Bitch should have been longer. I saw the video too, and the video was crazy. Like, Little Bitch is such a great track. Oh god, Little Bitch is such a fire track. The beat was banging, the bars was dope. And I really feel like that was her paying, you know, homage to Lil' Kim in her own way. The cover was a homage to Lil' Kim's Notorious K.I.M. album, which is still one of the best female hip hop albums ever made. So this is a nice little homage to that, you know, that album. But yeah, this mixtape was amazing, y'all. I also love the tracks Finesse. That was dope. I can't speak today, sorry. The track with Future, What You Want. I didn't like this song at first, but I grew to like it. I wonder if that song is gonna move heavy with Future on being on it. I don't think it will, but if it does, I'll be happy for her. I love the song Pretty Girl featuring Tiggs the Author. I love that song. That's like a nice summer, like, you know, early fall, just bop right there. I love that song. I really feel like that should be put out. I mean, it was put out as a single because there was a video for it. The video was dope too. Really cool, creative schoolgirl idea. I loved it. So Pretty Girl was a highlight for me. I also love the tracks. Precious Heavy, she went hard on that track. Just talking about, you know, a lot of different stuff. What else? Favorite Girl was a nice little, like, you know, R&B pop jam featuring Haley from Western. That's a British group. That's dope. Senseless was a single off this mixtape that came out in the summer. I didn't like it at first, but I kind of like it now. Yeah, so guys, go check out this mixtape. The songs I didn't really like that much was the track with DJ Khaled. I didn't like that track that much. I think it was called Win. Yeah, I wasn't in love with that track. And I also didn't like the tracks. And I didn't like the tracks Regular as well. So I didn't like Regular and Win towards the end of the mixtape. But everything else I really did like. So I think Stefflon Don is gonna be a problem. Like I said, this mixtape is amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing if she's gonna put out an album anytime soon, or she's just building, you know, to see what she can do. But I think Stefflon Don is really gonna be a problem. So go check out the Secure mixtape. Let me know what's your favorite tracks if you checked it out, and also let me know what you think about it down below as well. I'll probably give this mixtape a 4 out of 5. But let me know what y'all think below. Alright, y'all, so I'm just going to speed through some EPs and some songs that I want to highlight to you guys that I want you guys to check out if you've not checked them out already. First up is Jane Hancock's Where's Jane Series 1 EP. I love Jane Hancock. I feel like she's a very, you know, no one knows about her, but I love her. I love her voice. She's a really, like, dope, like, R&B artist that's been trying to do her thing for some years now. She puts out like an EP or mixtape every couple of years. I love her sound. I love her voice. She's dope. This new 4-track EP is amazing. It has some mid-tempos. It has an up-tempo club jam on it. Go check it out. I love it. Next up is Leon Thomas with his Genesis EP that came out, I think, last week. I love Leon Thomas III. He was, if you don't know who he is, he was the guy who Issa, he was like Issa's neighbor on Insecure, and like, I don't know if it was like the first or second season of Insecure, like the neighbor she went downstairs to go fuck one time. That's him. So he's an artist and he's dope. His name is Leon Thomas III. He just put out a new project called Genesis that I love. Some of the tracks I love off this EP are Favorite featuring Buddy. That was the first single off the EP. I love that track, and also I love the track Sunk in Place. That was the second single off this EP. I just love his voice. He knows how to write good songs. He has a good voice, and this EP it just flowed together very well. Good songs, good R&B music. So I definitely think you'll love it if you go check it out. So definitely go check it out and let me know what you think below. Alright, last EP I want to highlight for you guys is Anna Moore's new EP, Cloud Surfing. I talked about Anna Moore, I think, in one of my previous drop episodes, maybe drop episode 6, I think it was. Anna Moore is an amazing R&B talent who's trying to come up right now. She's an independent artist who nobody knows about, but I love her. She just released her new EP, Cloud Surfing. That's amazing. It's 4 tracks. The track, this song by You was like a nice sweet R&B record, pretty much saying this song is from me by you. I also love the tracks Who You Are. It's a nice, like, kind of old school R&B record, throwback record. No Pity Party is more a modern record that's uplifting and just talking about having no pity parties in life and just getting through the bullshit. Cloud Surfing is a nice, like, vibey track, pretty much just saying, listen, I'm cloud surfing, I'm not worried about the bullshit, and I'm ascending in life. A nice little song to smoke to. So yeah, this song was cool. I mean, this EP was really good. I love Anymore. I really think you guys should check it out if you've not already. I think she's a dope artist, and I think you'll definitely love this EP. So let me know what you think about it down below. Alright, y'all, now I'm gonna talk about songs that have dropped this month that I want to highlight to you guys. First up is LMA's Trip. I love this song, guys. I never did a reaction to it, but I love this song. It's the follow-up to her song Boot Up, which came out earlier this year. You already know that song. Trip is amazing, also produced by DJ Mustard. It's the first single from her debut album, which should be coming out probably sometime this fall or maybe early next year, but I love this song, guys. It's a great follow-up to Boot Up. It sounds just like Boot Up, but it's different. And I think I don't tripping, I'm tripping, I'm tripping, I sound like a job. I love this song. So go check out Trip if you haven't already. You probably already heard it because it's a hit already, but if you haven't already, go check out that song. Next up is Ciara's Freak Me, featuring Tekno. I wanted to highlight the song to you guys because I feel like this song is not really moving like that. It's moving slow compared to Level Up, but I love this song, guys. I probably even low-key more than Level Up. I love Ciara's take at an Afrobeat record featuring an African artist. I think she did a great job. I'm looking forward to the video whenever it comes out. Yeah, so this, like I said, this is Ciara's take on an Afrobeat sound. I think she did it well. Like I said in my Janet video, the Afrobeat sound is going to be taking over very soon. I feel another wave coming, so I'm glad that Ciara's kind of getting on it. But this song is not moving like that, but I really like it, so I want you guys to go check it out and support Ciara. It's a great song. And let's see what Ciara's going to do with this album. I don't know what direction she's going to take, or she's going to do a whole bunch of shit, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what Ciara's going to do for this new era. But I've really been liking all the music Ciara's been coming out with lately. Level Up, the remix with Missy and Fat Man Scoop was dope, and now we have this Freak Me song, which I love, and I've low-key had on repeat since it came out. I love this track, so definitely go check it out. Next up is Quavo's 3-pack. Quavo released 3 songs a few weeks ago. The songs he put out were called Lamb Talk, Bubblegum, and Working Me. I don't like Lamb Talk, and I'm not gonna say I don't like. I'm not in love with Lamb Talk, and I don't really like Bubblegum, but I do like the song Working Me. That song, it needed some time to grow on me, but I like Working Me. That's a great club joint. That beat's crazy. Working Me, she working me. I love that song. So that's a good song. So go check out Quavo's new songs. Like I said, I don't like 2 of them, but I do like Working Me. So definitely go check it out. And let me know what was your favorite Quavo song out of all 3 that dropped. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Working Me. But if you like Lamb Talk or Bubblegum more, let me know down below. Next up is Black's song Nonchalant. I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time on the song because I just found out Black's coming out with his new album, East Atlanta Love Letter, next month, September 14th. I'm excited for it. I love Black. Black is a dope artist. I'm so fucking excited. So this is one of the singles off of the album, Nonchalant. Definitely go check it out. I love it. This track was dope. It was just him like just spitting about where he's at in his life right now, how he's feeling about a whole bunch of stuff. And like this song, I heard it in a car and I was just like, oh my god, like Black can sing his ass off, and like he has a dope singing voice, a vibey singing voice, but he also can rap. He don't play with the bars, and he's also someone that's able to really let you into his life and like where he's at in his life and how he's feeling and what he's going through. And like, so he just broke it all down in Nonchalant. I love it. It has me even more excited for the album. I can't wait till it comes out next month. I can't wait to do a reaction or a review for it. But let me know what y'all think about Black's new song Nonchalant down below. I also had to highlight for you guys Victoria Monet's new song, New Love. I love Victoria Monet. She is someone who, if you don't know who she is, you definitely know the song that she wrote, because she wrote a lot of songs for Ariana Grande, Fifth Harmony. She wrote some songs for T.I. A lot of people. Like, she's a dope songwriter. I think she's an amazing artist, but it's really been hard for her to kind of get out here and, you know, really get some clout. But she's amazing. She has a great look. She has a great voice. She makes amazing music, and her pen is insane. She has a new song called New Love, which is probably going to be the first single off of the follow-up to her EP that came out in February. So I'm excited for that. I don't know what it's gonna be called or when it's coming out, but I'm excited for it. So definitely go check out this song. And the video was dope as well. It gave me like an old school like Janet feel, you know, like a 90s like black video in the summer type vibe. It was dope. I think you'll definitely love it. So definitely go check out Victoria Monet's new song, New Love. You'll love it. Alright, this is a song that just came out, Nao featuring Swae, Make It Out Alive. I love this song. Nao is an artist that I'm trying to like learn about and get more into since she came out a few years ago. I don't really know much about her, but I like what I've heard from her so far. She just put out a new song called Make It Out Alive featuring Ciara that I love. It's gonna be one of the singles off of her new album, which is coming out this fall. I don't know the title of it. I don't think it has a title yet or a release date, but I'm looking forward to seeing when it'll come out. This song is just talking about making it out alive and how we're gonna make it out alive in a relationship that's going through its shit. Dope vocals by both Nail and Sir. Dope vibe, great lyrics. I love the song, so definitely go check it out. I think you'll love it as well. Another song I want to highlight for you guys is MNEK's new song, Crazy Worlds. Kind of like Nail, MNEK is an artist I know about, but I don't really know too much about. But whenever I hear him, I like try to see if I can listen to his songs. I think he's a British artist who's written for a lot of like American artists, but he's trying to break the American scene. But he put out. I heard this new song of his called Crazy World that I love. I think I heard it on an Apple Music playlist, and I was like, Jesus Christ, like this song is amazing. It's like a really like dope, like dancey, clubby like record, but it was deep as hell. It was just pretty much talking about the fact that we are living in a crazy world, and I think the chorus is something like, man, look at this person just trying to make it in this crazy world. And he was talking about different types of people that are going through different stuff. I think he had like stories of different people in different sections of the song, and he was bringing it all together by saying, listen, man, all these people are living and trying to make it through in this crazy world. And it was such a creative and dope and deep track. I loved it. I loved it. As soon as I heard it, it caught me instantly, and I have been excited for his new album coming out. I think his album is coming out in September. I think September 7th. I think it's called Language. So definitely go check out the album, especially check out this song. You will love it. It's amazing. You'll love it. Go check it out. And lastly, for the pop fans, one last song for y'all. I wanted to talk about Camila Cabello's new song featuring Swae, Real Friends. I wanted to talk about the song because I'm very upset at Camila Cabello and her team right now for letting She Loves Control just kind of slide by with no type of release or promotion this summer. She Loves Control should have been the next single off of her album after Never Be the Same. I like Camila Cabello a lot. I really like her. I'm excited for Normani. I'm excited for Normani. I am. But for now, I love Camila Cabello. I really do. I love both of them. And let's see what the other Fifth Harmony chicks will do. But for now, we have Normani, we have Camila actually making moves in music. Camila Cabello and her team fucked up by releasing Real Friends. It might become a hit this fall, but I really feel like they should have released She Loves Control at some point this summer. So I had to talk about that with y'all because I think it was a fucked up decision to not put that song out as a single. That song would have took over radio, clubs this summer. It would have just smashed. I don't know what her and her team are doing, but they've now moved on to Real Friends, and they changed the production up a little bit, and they slapped Swae on it and put it out as a single. I don't think Swae made the song any better, to be honest. I don't think the new production made the song any better. I think the song was good as it was. I really feel like it should have stayed on the album as an album cut, or if they wanted to put it out as a single, it should have been the last thing off the album after She Loves Control. But that's what Epic is deciding to do right now. So if you love pop, you love Camila Cabello, let me know what you think about Real Friends as her new single. Let me know what you think about She Loves Control not being a single like I thought it should have been off the album, down below. Let me know what you think about if you think the song will be a hit or not. Alrighty guys, so that was episode 8 of The Drop. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed all the projects I was talking about. Let me know what was your favorite project that I talked about down below. Let me know what you thought about all the stuff I was talking about with Travis Scott's album, Ariana Grande's album, you know, all the stuff I was talking about. Let me know what you think about it down below. Let me know what you think about the ratings I gave these albums, my favorite tracks, my least favorite tracks. And if there was any album or EP or song that I didn't talk about that came out recently that you wanted me to talk about, let me know down below as well, and I'll try and talk with you guys, okay? But for now, guys, if you haven't already, hit this video with a like, share this video, and subscribe to my channel, okay? I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to my channel. And like I always say, guys, continue to live your best life, drink more water, stay woke, and if you're mad or sad, go listen to your favorite song, make you feel better, okay? Go listen to your favorite song. But this has been your boy Bryce, the R&B Kid. Thank you for watching. But for now, I'm signing off, baby. Bye, y'all.
I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. I came to vibe, you came to function, just do that, baby. Don't worry about nothing, no. Relax just a little bit. You don't gotta worry, you can just have fun.